Listen. Do not let your eyes wander. Do not let your heart drift into noise. The air around you at this very moment is trembling with a voice that was waiting for you long before you were born. It is not a coincidence that you are reading these words now. Heaven's timing never stumbles. Every second of your life has been leading you here, to this one unveiling. Archangel Michael stands not at the edge of the heavens this time but in the very center of a storm of light. His sword is still lowered, yet its tip glows like molten gold, carving circles into the air. Around him, thousands of angels bow their heads, wings folded, waiting for you to awaken. Above them, the sky has cracked open into a river of fire. This is the midnight trumpet, the sound of your destiny summoning you home. Michael's eyes are fierce and wet at the same time. He is not a statue of power but a living fire of compassion. His tears drop like diamonds into the earth, and each one breaks a chain you did not know you were still carrying. He is not weeping because you are weak. He is weeping because you have endured storms that would have destroyed others. You have stood in rooms where betrayal poisoned the air and still you did not lose your soul. You have walked through valleys so dark that even angels held their breath, yet here you are, still breathing, still rising. This is why Michael's tears shimmer like thunderclouds laced with dawn. He knows what heaven has prepared for you. He knows how close you are to touching what was promised before you took your first breath. And he knows how easily the moment can slip if you turn away now. The trumpet of midnight does not sound twice for the same soul. This is your hour. This is your unveiling. Stay with me. Do not scroll. Do not look away. Every word here is not ink but a key. Heaven has locked your inheritance inside this very moment, and the angels around you will not allow it to pass you by without at least brushing against your spirit. If you remain to the end, the key will fit the lock and the door will swing open. Michael's voice is no longer only thunder softened by compassion. It is a roar of oceans wrapped in the whisper of a friend. Tell them I have come again, he says. Tell them the heavens have bent low for their sake. Tell them this is not just a message but a decree. The angels lean closer, their wings forming a canopy of shimmering white above your name. Do you feel it, the air thickening, the silence around you shifting? That is not imagination. That is heaven moving toward you. Michael lifts his left hand. In it burns a new scroll, not the one you saw before, but one that has never been opened on earth. The seal upon it is blue fire. Your name glows upon its edge. This scroll contains not only blessings but instructions. It contains doors you have never seen and names you have not yet met. It holds the blueprint of the future your soul has been crying for. But heaven will not force it upon you, you must step forward. He speaks again. My beloved child, I have walked through the smoke of battle for you. I have stood guard at the edges of your nights. I have fought off what would have swallowed your light. But now the hour has come when you must decide. Do not wait for a sign beyond this one. This is the sign. The angels behind him rise like a wave. Their wings create a sound like rushing water. They are carrying vessels filled with answers to prayers you thought were forgotten. They are holding keys to doors your ancestors knocked on but never opened. They are waiting for your yes. Heaven's supply is not empty, it is overflowing. But it cannot pour into a closed vessel. Michael's tears continue to fall. Each one hits the ground like a spark. Where it lands, flowers of light rise, spelling out words you cannot yet read. These are promises reserved only for those who stay. Only when your heart fully opens will the language become clear. Stay here. Lean in. Let nothing interrupt this moment. Even the silence is holy. He draws his sword now slowly, deliberately. The blade is no longer lowered but lifted halfway, shimmering with a light that pulses in time with your heartbeat. You have been hidden for a reason, he whispers. You have been delayed but not denied. This is your unveiling. This is your release. At his command, a vision unfurls before you. You see doors lined up like stars across a dark horizon. Some are wooden, some golden, some made of pure light. Each one leads to a reality already written with your name on it. But they do not open by accident. They open by action. They open by faith. They open by your agreement with what heaven is declaring right now. Michael's voice rises. Step forward. Share this word. Multiply it. For every heart you awaken, the heavens release another wave of blessing. Every act of belief builds a bridge for angels to walk across. Do not underestimate your smallest move. It is the seed of something vast. The angels bow lower. Their wings stir the air around you until it feels like a storm of feathers and fire. They are not here to frighten you but to fortify you. You have been chosen to end cycles of pain. You have been chosen to open rivers of joy. You are carrying more than your own story, you are carrying the completion of generations. Michael bends his knees again. His sword now touches the earth. Sparks leap from the point, forming a circle of gold around your feet. This is the boundary of protection, he says. No darkness may cross it unless you invite it. Stay inside this circle until the scroll is sealed. He lifts the scroll higher. The seal of blue fire cracks open with a sound like a trumpet and a waterfall combined. Light pours out, flooding the space around you. It is not cold light but living warmth, a presence you can almost feel on your skin. It moves like oil into the cracks of your soul, healing wounds you forgot you carried. Michael's tears are no longer sorrow alone, they are the release of joy long restrained. I am not weeping because you failed, he says. I am weeping because the heavens are proud of how you rose again and again. But this is your final preparation. Do not turn away now. The angels lift their wings high, creating a dome of light. Inside it, your heart begins to pulse with a rhythm not your own, the rhythm of destiny aligning. This is why you feel the weight of the moment. This is why even the silence in your room feels electric. Heaven has entered. Michael speaks a final sentence for this first unveiling, hold steady. The next words you will hear will strike your spirit like fire. They will be the hammer that breaks your last chain. They will be the wind that carries you over the line. Stay until the end. Share this message so its power multiplies. For what comes next is your crossing. My beloved child, as you remain here, the heavens begin to stir in greater intensity. The scroll that was once half open now unrolls further, and beams of light spill across the sky like rivers of fire. The angels step back in awe, for the words being revealed are not ordinary, they are the culmination of centuries of divine preparation. Archangel Michael lifts his sword high, and the sorrow in his eyes begins to transform into blazing determination. His tears, which once fell for your delay, now ignite into flames that purify the very air around you. He speaks with a voice that shakes both realms, the seen and the unseen. You have lingered long enough, he declares. Now heaven demands movement. Now your destiny cries for action. This is the hour when hesitation must die, and faith must rise. For the power written upon this scroll cannot remain dormant any longer. It has waited too long for your yes. At this moment, the atmosphere shifts. You feel a weight lifting from your chest, a heaviness that has followed you for years. The angels are tearing away chains you did not even realize were binding you. Michael motions to them, and they release a flood of light around your name, creating a wall that no darkness can penetrate. Do you not see? Michael cries. Every storm that came against you was not to destroy you, but to prepare you. Every betrayal carved into your heart was not to end you, but to refine your strength. Every lonely night was training your spirit to stand when no one else would stand. You have been prepared in fire so that you can walk in glory. The scroll blazes brighter, and new words appear upon it. These words are not merely promises, they are decrees. They are orders written by heaven itself. Each word carries the force of creation, ready to materialize into your life the moment you receive it. The first decree reveals a breaking of cycles. Every generational curse, every repeated pattern of loss, every shadow that tried to replay itself in your family line is now confronted by angelic fire. Michael thrusts his sword downward, and flames rush into the earth. You see visions of broken chains falling into dust, contracts signed against you burning away, and locked gates snapping open. This is your inheritance, Michael declares. To be the one who ends the curse and begins the blessing. To be the one who stands as the turning point for generations. What was stolen from your bloodline is now returning through you. The scroll continues to unfold, and now you see a vision of abundance. Tables overflowing with provision, rivers of resources pouring into your hands, doors swinging wide where once they were sealed. But Michael warns you with a sharp voice, do not confuse abundance with comfort. This is not given for your luxury but for your mission. Heaven equips those who will advance the kingdom. What you hold will be multiplied as you pour it into others. The angels nod in agreement. They step forward, each carrying vessels of light, pouring them into the vision. The more you look, the clearer you see these blessings are not random, they are designed for your exact destiny. They align perfectly with the wounds you endured, the skills you developed, and the faith you've carried. Michael lowers his voice, now tender again. Do not despise the years you thought were wasted. Every moment of pain was a seed planted into the soil of your calling. Now heaven commands the harvest to come forth. What seemed like loss is about to blossom into gain. What seemed like ashes is about to burn with beauty. The scroll vibrates with living power, and suddenly, it reveals your future victories. You see yourself standing where fear once controlled you, now clothed in courage. You see yourself lifting others who were once broken, because your scars have become your strength. You see people being freed simply by the light that flows from your story. And Michael speaks again, this is why heaven would not let you walk away. This is why the angels have been pleading at your side. Your testimony is not for you alone, it is a key that will open chains for thousands. Every act of obedience, every step of faith will multiply far beyond what your eyes can measure. Do not believe the lie that your life is small. The universe has been waiting for your awakening. The heavens tremble again, but this time it is not sorrow, it is joy. Trumpets begin to sound faintly, as though warming their voices for the celebration about to come. The choir of angels raises their eyes, waiting for the final command. Michael steps closer. His wings spread wide, covering you with their fiery glow. His words pierce through every doubt, you were chosen before time. Written before birth. Hidden for this moment. Nothing can erase your name from this scroll unless you choose silence. Nothing can remove your place in the plan unless you surrender it willingly. But heaven has declared you are marked. You are sealed. You are unstoppable. Suddenly, the scroll rises on its own, suspended in the air by beams of divine light. It begins to wrap itself around you, as though your very being is being clothed with its words. Each decree presses into your spirit, sealing itself with eternal ink. You feel power flooding into your veins, clarity filling your mind, and a fire rising in your heart. Michael lifts his sword again, and the sky erupts in brilliance. The angels shout as one, a sound like waterfalls colliding with thunder. You are surrounded by such a force of glory that you realize this is no longer just a message. This is your rebirth. Michael speaks one final time, his voice both a warning and a promise: do not let the enemy steal this moment from you. Do not let distraction rob what has been written. Guard it as you would guard your very breath. For what you carry now is not fragile, it is eternal. But it must be nurtured. Feed it with faith. Strengthen it with action. Declare it with boldness. And heaven will build upon it until the nations see your light. The vision begins to settle, but the fire remains within you. The scroll has sealed itself completely, and your name shines brighter than the stars. Michael lowers his sword, no longer weeping, but smiling with fierce pride. The angels bow, not before you, but before the God who has chosen you. And in that silence, you realize you are no longer who you were at the beginning of this message. You have crossed a line that cannot be uncrossed. The old has ended. The new has begun. This is the hour of your breakthrough. This is the moment of your eternal shift. Heaven waits for your next step. And as you move in faith, the doors will open, the chains will break, and your destiny will unfold like the blazing scroll of light you now carry within.